Hey guys, my name is Evan and welcome to Economics 101, your number one source for everything economics. So, China went from one of the poorest countries on earth to an economic superpower in just a few decades. Now, the question everyone is asking is, has China actually surpassed the United States economically? Today, we're going to break down China versus US GDP, manufacturing and global trade, and how and who may dominate the future economy. Before we jump into the video, I do have a quick favor that really helps grow the channel. If you enjoy economics explained in a plain, understandable way, please hit the like button and subscribe so more people can discover the channel. Now let's hop into the video. The GDP battle. Here we go. So China's economy exploded after economic reforms in the late 70s. So today, China has the world's largest manufacturing sector, massive exports, and one of the biggest economies on earth. In nominal GDP, the US still leads, but using purchasing power parity or PPP, China is often considered larger. I'm going to say that one more time. When you think about it from a perspective of purchasing power, China is often considered larger. So, depending on the measurement, you get different answers. But GDP alone doesn't tell the full story. China became the factory of the world, um, and cheap labor, massive infrastructure, aggressive exports. For decades, global companies moved manufacturing there. You kind of wonder or you hear why nothing is made in the United States. Well, we shipped our manufacturing to China back in the 70s. Um, and now, pretty much, they've become a superpower. That created millions of jobs, rising incomes, and economic growth. But now China faces a major challenge. Its economy is slowing down. Um, China is dealing with right now a real estate crisis that you may not have heard about. They also have rising debt, weaker consumer demand, and declining demographics. Okay, its its property sector in China was once nearly 30% of its GDP. Now, many developers are struggling. At the same time, China's population is aging and is also shrinking. So that creates long term pressure on growth. And this is where the US still has a major advantage. All right. We're going to shift um, and talk a little bit about those advantages um, and why the US still dominates. Okay. So the US does still dominate globally. It pretty much dominates in finance, tech, capital markets, and the dollar itself. And I'm not going to say dominates, but I think it still leads on a broader scale than most other countries. Okay. Uh, you have American companies still leading in certain areas, certain sectors, but I'm not going to say dominating because I think other countries are catching up or starting to catch up. And when you talk about sectors like AI or semiconductors, software, global investing, the US dollar remains the world's reserve currency, and that gives America enormous power. It allows us to borrow cheaper. Um, it gives us the ability or stronger financial influence and global demand for U.S. assets. China still hasn't replaced that system yet. So even though they are doing well and they are considered a superpower, that hasn't gone away for the U.S. Quick pause. If you want more simple breakdowns covering inflation, geopolitics, markets, global economy, please subscribe to Economics 101 and join the community. I'll hop right back into the video. Who wins long term? China may continue growing larger in certain areas, like we name manufacturing, infrastructure, exports, but America still leads in innovation, financial system, entrepreneurship, and global capital flows. So the reality of everything is this isn't a winner take all scenario or a winner take all story. The global economy may become increasingly multipolar. There's no just one superpower anymore. You have multiple superpower. And that means investors, businesses, governments will need to adapt to a world where both countries or multiple countries can shape the future. Okay. So is the breakdown of the takeaway from this video is China ahead of the US economically? That was the question that was asked at the beginning of the video. In some categories, yes. In others, absolutely not. And the real answer depends on which metrics matter most to you. Uh, if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Do you think, who do you think will lead to to be the global economy leader by 2050? Again, this is Economics 101, your number one source for everything economics. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.